Okay, Scott Breedlove here again with SmartAgencyBuilder.com, and I just wanted to talk to you real quick about how important it is to set goals. And you know, if you don't have a goal, it's like not having a roadmap. It's like me trying to drive to California without a roadmap, or anywhere without a roadmap. And I've done it before, and I'm pretty good at it. Now, my wife, she might say a little different about that. But anyway, goals are very important. And so that's one of the first things that you really need to know. What do you really want to achieve from having this business? And so I have a Smart Agency Builder LSI goal sheet. Now, on the goal sheet, you know, it's very important to be sure to put the dates for the fulfillment of your goals. I mean, you need to know when you're going to push yourself to reach these goals. And, you know, you want to try to do that the best you can. So, first of all, you have your immediate goals. What are your immediate goals? And how much time can you spend in this business a week and be, you know, very productive? Now, if you're working part-time, then you'll have to kind of figure that out. Now, if you're working full-time, then you know, you should really sit down and figure out your day and how you're going to make money at this. Now, obviously, there needs to be a certain amount of time that you're going to spend where you're going to study your products in the back office, and then also you're going to have to decide, you know, are you going to advertise? And you should advertise so that you can get people into your organization, and then you should also advertise to get people to call you about your products. Now, so you should have immediate goals. You know, what are you going to do this week? What are you going to do today, tomorrow, this week? Then you need to have some mid-range goals. You know, where do you want to be in a month or 2 months, 3 months from now? Okay, and where do you want to be long-term goals? Where do you want to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? You know, you got to have some things kind of set off in the distance, even though it may be a long ways off. But, you know, just like they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Not that we, you know, have ever eaten an elephant, but anyway, you get the picture. And then you need to also sign your name. Commit to this. You need to commit to this business, okay? Now, and you need to date it. When was the date? And then you need to send this to your sponsor. And your sponsor needs to sign it. And then I want to get a copy of it because I want to send a copy of all of my people that are in my organization. I want to send them commitments and goal sheets to Brad. I want Brad to see that we're working this thing and we're working hard and we're going to succeed. So that's one of the papers that I need to talk to you about. Now, the other papers, one, if you are putting ads out in your prospecting for recruits, for new people to put into your agency to help you get residuals and overrides on, okay? That's going to help make you a lot of money if you do that. If you don't, then you can sell products, and that's fine. But you really need to kind of do both if you want to build an agency. And so this particular piece of paper, whenever somebody calls you from an ad, basically you want to have this out. Instead of I used to write everything in a notebook, and of course that drives my wife nuts too, because, you know, I'll date it and I'll write everybody's names in there, and the next day I'll date that. But it's so much easier, and she actually did this page for me, and I really thank her. She's a wonderful person, and I love her very much, and I hope she watches this. So anyway, this is the prospecting sheet. You're going to put their name, the initial contact date, the source, whether it's Craigslist, Backpage, or wherever it is that you advertise to get these people to call you. You're going to put their email address. You're going to put their telephone number. Now, are they an insurance agent or are they not? You want to know that. Have they watched the initial video? Have they watched the interview video? And have they been on a conference call? You know, once they watch those two videos, then it's time to schedule them. Find out really how hot they are. I mean, are they really wanting to do this business? Are they willing to commit to this business? Because if they're not, you don't want them. You just don't. But if they are, then by gosh, let's get them to a webinar, you know. And then once we get them to the webinar, then we need to follow up with them, because the fortune is in the follow-up. And so we want a decision, yes or no. And then Yes, wonderful. Let's get them going. No, fine. Maybe they'll call us back another day. Next. Okay, the next thing is GTL application. Have they received, did you receive the GTL application back from them? Okay. And look at it and make sure that it's filled out properly. And then, is the GTL application, did you send it in? And you should send it in immediately. And that brings me to a good point. As far as your faxing capabilities, there's a place that you can go online that's free. And it's an e-fax, but it's not the company e-fax. It's called K7.net. If you can go on there, they'll give you a free number, and as long as you use it once a month, you continue to use that number. So then when people fax you things, it actually goes to your email, and then you can either print it out, and what I'd like for you to do is actually just go ahead and email that application to me, because what I'm going to do, as part of the admin of this thing, is I'm going to actually print it. I'm going to print one out. I'm going to fax it, a hard copy to them, and then I'm going to email a copy to Brad's office. That way they've got 2 copies of it. Now they may think that's redundant. You may think that's redundant. I think it's covering your behind. So that's because everybody can make a mistake. Well, you don't want them to make a mistake on your application, because you want to get paid. And then you need a confirmation, of the receipt on there. Now then also you want to make note, did you do any 3-way calls? Your first 3-way call, second 3-way call, third 3-way calls. You're typically not going to have that many 3-way calls, but you can, and you want to have that down here. And you're going to have notes down here. Where did they come from? What kind of business have they been in? What have they been doing, the past couple, 2 or 3 years? What's their background? That way you get to know that person and know what to talk to them about. So this is a very important sheet, and I will get this to all my downline people. Okay? Now, the next thing is when you're selling products and you actually talk to a person about an insurance product. This is what we call a touch sheet. Now, the touch sheet, you're going to have their name, the spouse's name, number of children, the ages, their home and work and email, their address. You're going to get their weight and height and age and all the pertinent information that you need to find out, what type of insurance are we going to be able to help them with, and what are they needing. And so you've got your current insurance carrier. Is it group or is it individual plan? The name of the plan and what kind of premium are they paying. You want to see if you can help them save money. How's your current health? Do you have any pre-existing conditions? Are you taking any drugs? Have you had any surgeries or been hospitalized in the last year? Are you looking for a new plan, to include maternity or not? Does anyone in your family use tobacco products? Has anyone in your family had a DUI in the last few years? Are you employed or self-employed? What is your occupation? And how long have you been at your current job? And then you just put your comments down here. As you're talking to them over the phone, you want to get as much information from your potential client, because you want to get them the very best product that you can possibly get. Now, so these are 3 very important pieces of paper. You want to have your goals, because you want to know where you're going and you want to know how you're going to get there. And then you want to have your recruiting sheet, okay, your prospecting sheet, and then you want to have your touch sheet for your health insurance products. So that's enough paperwork for right now. See you at the top.